In 1989, Lexus launched with two cars. One of them changed the industry. The other one, the company was quietly embarrassed by. This is the story of that second car, the one built out of necessity, dismissed as a Toyota in a costume, and sold 3 million times anyway. And in 2025, after 36 years of playing it safe, Lexus did something nobody expected. They made it dangerous. Lexus had one car it truly believed in. The LS 400 was a masterpiece, an obsession. 8 years and $1 billion of one, but you cannot open a luxury dealership with a single model on the floor. So Toyota reached into its own parts bin and pulled out the Camry Prominent. A car sold only in Japan, gave it a new nose, a new badge, and a name. The ES250, a 2.5-litre V6, 156 horsepower, around $22,000. The press saw straight through it, and so apparently did Lexus. Years later, product planner Tadashi Arashima admitted it plainly. Nobody in the company was especially happy with the ES250. But they took what they could get until the ES300 arrived. It sold 1,216 cars in its first month and under 40,000 across its entire 2-year life. By the standards of the LS, it was a rounding error. And then in 1991, Lexus fixed it. The second generation ES300 was wider, softer, and completely its own car. 3 litres, 185 horsepower, curves borrowed from the LS. Almost immediately, it began outselling the flagship that had been designed to save the company. That became the pattern. The ES was never the fastest Lexus, never the sharpest, never the one on the poster. It was the one people actually bought. 1997, 58,430. 2002, 71,450. The best-selling luxury car in America that year. It won J.D. Power's Quality Award for its Class 6 separate times. It was, in the most literal sense, the benchmark. 2012 brought the ES300H, the first hybrid ES, and the moment the car quietly became something more than a comfortable commuter. 2018 brought an F-Sport badge, a European launch, and the world's first production camera side mirrors. Europe never got the GS, it got this instead. And in the places that mattered most, it wasn't a supporting act at all. In China, the ES has been the single best-selling imported car every year since 2017. Over 118,000 of them in 2025 alone, and more than 1.1 million cumulative. Globally, it crossed 3 million sales. Only one Lexus has ever sold more. So the ES arrived at 2025 in a strange position. The GS was gone. The LS was on its way out. The unglamorous one, the Understudy, was now by default the most important sedan Lexus made, which is when Lexus decided to blow it up. April 23rd, 2025. Auto Shanghai. What Lexus put on the stand did not look like an ES. It was longer by 6.5 inches. Taller, riding a wheelbase stretched over 116 inches. The spindle grille, the most recognisable face in the segment, was gone entirely, replaced by what Lexus calls a spindle body. Chief designer Yahiko Kumai said the team didn't evolve the old car. They started from a, quote, super ideal design and worked backward to something they could actually build. Underneath the bigger brake, for the first time in 8 generations, you can buy an ES with no engine at all. The ES350H hybrid makes 244 horsepower and returns an EPA estimated 46 miles per gallon. The ES350e is fully electric, 221 horsepower, front-wheel drive, 307 miles of range. And the ES500e adds a second motor, 338 horsepower, all-wheel drive, 0 to 60 in around 5 seconds. The quickest ES ever built. Inside is where it gets contentious. A 14-inch screen, bamboo trim, 3D printed, a first for Lexus. Climate controls hidden under a rubberized panel that only appears when the car wakes up. Some reviewers called the haptic surface a genuine step forward. Others called the whole cabin something else. A Tesla-led antiseptic aesthetic in a car whose entire reputation was built on warmth. AutoGuide put it bluntly, certain choices here may alienate traditional luxury sedan buyers, so why do it? The chief engineer Kohei Chiyoshi gave an unusually honest answer. He said the suspension was argued over until the very end, that they had to balance road feel against comfort. And then he said this: "For me personally, I love sedans. This situation with SUVs everywhere is something I'm not personally happy with. I was very passionate about not giving up on the ES. That's not a marketing line. That's someone defending a body style the entire industry has been abandoning. Here's the tension. Everything that made the ES successful, the quiet, the softness, the refusal to be interesting, is exactly what this car has traded away. It is louder, bolder, more digital, and more expensive to develop. The numbers say the old formula still worked. 43,000 American sales in 2024. Nearly 40,000 in 2025. Outselling the BMW 3 Series by more than 20%. Lexus didn't change the ES because it was failing. They changed it because they think the thing it was good at is about to stop mattering. The first ES was a compromise Lexus wasn't proud of. It became one of the best-selling luxury cars in the world by being the most reasonable thing in the room. The eighth one is the opposite. A car with a point to make, arriving in a market that stopped buying sedans years ago. 3 million people bought the version that played it safe. We're about to find out how many will buy the version that doesn't,